Hello and welcome to the introductory installment of my Pokémon Generation 3 ROM hacking series. These videos will cover a vast amount of topics dealing with Pokémon Generation 3 ROM hacking in the most concise manner I can come up with. There are a few reasons for me making these tutorials, the most prominent being that it's currently my 5th day of summer break and it's about as far into it as I can get without becoming super bored. The second reason is because I feel an obligation to share my knowledge of ROM hacking with the community after hoarding it for almost 7 years. The third reason is because I feel an obligation to give back to the community that taught me almost everything I know about ROM hacking. The fourth reason is because I feel an obligation to help all of the younglings just starting out. I know what it feels like to be a small fish in a big pond when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I know how frustrating it can be to really want to get out there and learn something new but not possess the proper material to help get you started. My final reason is because I enjoy making videos, it's a hobby of mine, and I enjoy it a lot. The vast majority of tutorials online covering ROM hacking are either done by people with an atrocious understanding of what makes a tutorial effective, people who clearly lack any confidence in what they're talking about and lack the skill set to make up for it, people who only go over the absolute basics of ROM hacking, or people who declare that they are going to create a grand playlist of tutorials and then quit after 2 videos, or some combination of the 4. The only proper tutorials you're going to get are print only and can be found on the website pokecommunity.com. You can find them elsewhere, but Pokécommunity is by far the most prominent and populated Pokémon ROM hacking hub on the internet, so that would be the first place a hacker should go for advice or help from other members of the community. Digression aside, I want to make a place on the internet for where anybody can find quality Pokémon ROM hacking content in video format. This tutorial series is said place. There are some important heads-ups I need to discuss with you before you come up with any expectations for me. The first is, these videos will not cover meta details like how to download a Pokémon ROM or how to get an emulator to load a ROM. None of this has anything to do with Pokémon ROM hacking itself, and all of these types of questions can be easily solved with a Google search. These videos aim solely to cover Pokémon ROM hacking concepts and implementation details, and I do not plan on deviating from this formula. The second heads up is, these videos will not only be aimed at basic editing skills. If you're looking to just do something extremely simple, like change which areas particular Pokémon are found in, I'd suggest you go watch some of the tutorials I was downplaying earlier. They do a decent job with displaying minimal effort things. These specific tutorials will be aimed at creating a completely new, if you will, Pokémon game. If you don't understand what this means, take a look at hacks like Pokémon Ruby Destiny, Life of Guardians, Pokémon Vega, Pokémon Late Platinum, or Pokémon Flora Sky, among many others. I'll be trying my best to teach you the methods behind how those particular hacks were created so you have the knowledge to create your own in the future. The final heads up is, these tutorials focus on the 3rd generation games only, the reason being that the 3rd gen is the most researched and developed set of Pokémon games. There are a myriad of tools and tips regarding the 3rd gen games, while other generations are extremely lacking in community involvement, especially 4th generation and higher. Not that there isn't any information on other generations, mind you. I hope you enjoy my series. This is bound to be my big summer project this year, and it will probably extend much further than the 3 months of downtime I have. As a word of warning, please understand that quality tutorials take several hours to prepare, if not much more. Not only that, but I'm currently in a transition from high school to university life, so I've got a lot of preparation to do for that, including some gen ed courses over the summer and other stuff like that. If videos are produced relatively slowly, then please forgive me and practice what you already know until the next video comes out. Thank you so much for being my audience, and I'll be back in the first installment of the series.